Hello everybody of the fog, and welcome to the 3.0 PTB. Okay, let's look at what the new content is. Let's see, balance. Okay, so they changed how lunges work. Well, not how they work, but the animations towards them, so that a killer does not hit someone outside of the animation. Okay. Added stun video effects for killers hit by pallets. Wasn't that already in the game? Survivors will now turn their heads where their camera is looking. This will also happen when a character interacts with objects in the environment, so when they're breaking a totem and such. Adjusted the fast fall conditions, players can no longer trigger fast falls when beside windows or in contact with the wall. Okay. Some map changes, survivor emblem changes. Added a benevolent emblem scoring, 10 points for sabotaging a hook within 10 meters of a killer carrying a survivor. So this is going to make 99%ing hooks a thing again. Added event for evader emblem, 50 points for stunning the killer with a pallet. Okay, so this is going to make people respect pallets more now, even with enduring. At least in my opinion. Survivor perk changes. Streetwise, increase efficiency values to 15, 20, and 25, up from 10, 12, and 15. Windows of opportunity, reduce cooldown values to 30, 25, and 20, down from 60, 50, and 40. I don't exactly remember the cooldown for Windows of Opportunity. I think it was how long you have to wait before you can see what pallets and windows are available. I think. And of course, the one everyone's been wanting, Meadow of Man. Let's see. Being hit by a killer's basic attack 3 times to perform a combination of safe unhooks and or protection hits. So yes, this is going to make people with Meadow of Man actually block hooks in order to force that M1 hit. Let's see, Unbreakable. Increase recovery speed to 25, 30, and 35, up from 15, 20, and 25%. Okay. Killer perk changes. Pop goes the Weasel. Change regression values from 15, 20 to 25 to a flat 25% across all tiers. Then what exact... Oh, I guess each tier will increase how much time you have to activate this effect. Oh yeah, change window of activation from 30 seconds to 40, 50, and 60 seconds. Not that big a deal. Territorial Imperative, reduce cooldown to 30, 25, and 20 seconds, down from 60, 45, and 30. I believe that's that one that allows you to see a survivor's aura when they enter your basement when they're outside of your terror radius. And Enduring, update Enduring to longer increase stun recovery speed from a flat reduction in all stun durations. Enduring will now only affect pallet stuns, so Decisive Strike is now fully effective against Enduring players. But let's go into a Kill Your Friends lobby for a quick second. Oh, that's nice. How he watches everyone at the start screen. Okay, let's look at his power. The Night Shroud. Press the power button to activate Night Shroud when the power gauge is full. While a Night Shroud is active, the GhostFace has no terror radius. Performing a basic attack will fully deplete the power gauge and deactivate Night Shroud. Survivors within a close proximity to Ghostface can detect him by looking in his direction for a short duration. This will fully deplete the power gauge and automatically deactivate Night Shroud? That sounds incredibly weak. So basically that means the survivor just has to look at him and his power is gone. So he's basically just a M1 killer who's able to sneak up on people sometimes like the Wraith, but probably not as close. That just sounds like Legion all over again. Whatever. Hold down the power button to stalk your victims while Night Shroud is active. Hold down the power button while behind cover to lean out and stalk at a faster rate. Completing stalk progress on a survivor will mark your target and apply the exposed status effect to your mark for a limited amount of time. Press the activate ability button to crouch. Press it again to stand. While crouched, Ghostface moves at a slower speed. In Night Shroud is also active, the Ghostface emits no red stain. Okay. Alright, let's look at his 3 perks. I guess I'll start with the level 35 one, I think. I'm all ears at tier 3. It unlocks potential in one's aura reading ability. Any survivor performing a rushed action outside of your terror radius will have their aura revealed to you for 6 seconds. Triggered once every 40 seconds. Level 35, Thrilling Tremors. After picking up a survivor, all generators not being repaired on by survivors are blocked by the entity and cannot be repaired for the next 16 seconds. Affected generators are highlighted by a white aura. Activated once every 60 seconds. Okay, so any survivor not on a generator will have them glow white and block them for 60 seconds. That way, if you see any generators that are not white, I'm assuming you can have a pretty good idea that, hey, there's a survivor working on this, and go there right away. So I guess kind of like a weaker barbecue and chili, maybe? Or at least you can find out where they are while you're picking up a survivor. And Furtive Chase. Furtive Chase? I'm not sure how that's pronounced. An Obsession perk. Let's see, you lurk in the shadows, eliminating your victims one by one. When your obsession is hooked, the perk receives a token, up to a maximum of 4 tokens. You can only hook a survivor up to a maximum of 3. This must be with the obsession changing with Decisive Strike and Metal of Man and all that, but it still sounds dumb. Either way, each token reduces your terror radius by 4 meters while in chase. Well, I guess this means it's not meant for sneaking up on people, but I guess so. Still not too bad, but I don't know, most people pay attention to their surroundings, especially because there's a Michael Myers in the game. I don't know if this is that great. Messing up with words. Now let's look at his add-ons. Ultra Rare Outdoor Security Camera. The auras of all survivors outside your terror radius are revealed for 4 seconds when a marked survivor is put into the dying state. Okay. Okay, so when you down someone who's marked, if you can actually get to that point, you'll see the aura of all other survivors, almost like the Infectious Fright, only outside of your terror radius. Okay. Ghostface caught on tape. Tremendously increases stalking rate while leaning from cover. Tremendously decreased stalking rate when not leaning from cover. Sounds useless. Driver's license. Considerably decreases the range at which a survivor can detect the killer. This was probably like melee range, maybe, hopefully. Drop leg knife sheath. Moderately increases movement speed while crouched. Night vision monocular. Considerably increases stalk rate. Considerably increases stalking depletion rate for all survivors. Okay. Victim's detailed routine tremendously decreases the minimum distance from the killer for a survivor to trigger a detection indicator. Does not stack. Chewed pen considerably increases night shroud charge rate. Knife belt clip. Hitting a survivor while crouched for at least 2 seconds applies the mangled status effect. Slightly increases movement speed while crouched. Oh, so you can actually knife people while crouched? That's okay. That could open up the window for some funny sneak attacks. Lasting perfume considerably decreases stock depletion rate for all survivors. Leather knife sheath. Hitting a survivor while crouched for at least 2 seconds applies the hemorrhage status effect. Slightly increases movement speed while crouched. Okay. Olson's wallet. Considerably increases movement speed while stalking. Let's see. Marked map. Moderately decreases the minimum distance from the killer for a survivor to trigger the detection indicator. Does not stack. Olson's address book. Moderately increases night shroud charge rate. Olson's journal. Moderately increases movement speed while stalking. Reusable cinch straps. Slightly increased movement speed while crouched. Telephoto lens. Slightly increases stalk rate. Slightly increases stalking depletion rate for all survivors. Cheap cologne. Slightly decreases stock depletion rate for all survivors. Headlines cutouts. Slightly increases movement speed while stalking. Wally's matchbook. Slightly increases night shroud charge rate. And Philly instantly refills the night shroud power gauge every time a generator is completed. One mask. Difference between a dark gray and a light white and gray. Or difference between black and white for the stripes on his head. Oh, you can move him around in this as well. Still, why do these float on the side like that? Like, I can understand while he's moving, but standing still? I don't know, that might play a part in showing people where he is. Let's see, the knife, difference between a black and white handle. The coal tower. Okay, that's stock. Pretty seamless transition for okay, someone saw me? Someone looked right at me? For someone to see me, they have to be back here. Okay, someone's on this generator. Okay, so they were paying attention. Saw me. See? They get an indication that I'm around. I mean, they removed the indication for when Myers was stalking people, so... Oh, dead hard to get to the pallet. Nice. Hello. Okay. All generators that are... Okay, someone's working on that generator over there. Because it's not highlighted in white. Wow, 2 generators done while Ruin is up. Okay, they looked right at me. So I didn't see where they were. Alright, let's get the animation right now. Smile! Okay. You chose to get in the way. Well, at the very least, it'll let me know that someone's nearby when they see me. Where? Like... Is it the person on the hook who can see me? Oh, I see. It gives a little indication of where I was seen from. Those little... They appear as white. Oh, from the frickin' building. Yeah, his power seems like utterly useless. Wow, his crouch ability is more useful than his exposure ability. Did she look at me through the damn wall? Did you look at me through the damn wall? That is going to break this killer's ability. All you have to do is look in this direction. You got dead hard? I remember you do. Wait, she ran this way. I wasn't fully paying attention to the scratch marks, but... don't remember if I hooked you once already. No, I didn't. I should be able to make this now. And they already opened the door. They saw me already? They just looked in my direction, or was that the hook? That had to be the hook survivor. Okay, the hook survivor being able to see and trigger my power depletion. There. Borrowed time. I don't think this killer's ever gonna get his exposed status. Not against decent survivors who are paying attention. Right, so there's actually a add-on that tremendously decreases the minimum distance from the killer a survivor can trigger detection indicator. And this is the one. Considerably decreases the range at which a survivor can detect the killer. So this should stop people from taking me out of my stealth, like from across the map. Too bad it's the only add-on of it, and it's a very rare add-on. So let's see how this goes. Groaning storehouse. Okay, let's try and keep a little distance from people as I try and stalk them this time. Oh, I see some. Ah! They saw me right away! They're so far away! So much for considerably decreasing the detection range. God damn it. Widespread scratch marks. Oh, I see someone. God! Oh, very nice read. At the very least, I can use it to sneak up on people. God damn it, the same person, different person made the same read. I mean, I have an add-on that considerably decreases the range at which I'm detected. Does this not include the visual sight? There you are. shit, I hit my mute button there. I saw someone for a slight bit. God, that's really freaking close that it can detect me. Like, that is really freaking close. I had a feeling about that. Alright, I'll kill you now. So, even with considerably decreases the range at which a survivor can detect the killer, and decreases minimum distance from the killer from a survivor to trigger the detection indicator. Even with these, I got detected like so easily when I was stalking people. This power is so absolutely useless. So there we go. An add-on that considerably reduces the range a survivor hears an indicator that the killer is stalking them, and an add-on that considerably reduces the range that the survivor can detect the killer. Don't prevent the killer from losing his stalking power if he's stalking anybody. In fact, this killer's only power is moving around stealthy and trying to sneak up as close as possible before going in for a hit. That's his only ability. So I guess that means the game and Larry's will be his best maps. Let's see. Probably best perks on him would be Nurses and Discordance. Give you an early idea where to go for generators, other than the remnant of meta perks that are already used. But what a shame. His power is absolutely useless. Survivors can remove it completely just by looking in his direction. Just by looking in his direction. What absolute bullshit. It's like changing the hillbilly's power that while he's revving his chainsaw, if a survivor looks at him, he stops. What utter stupid bullshit. A nurse charges her blink. Look at her. She stops blinking and enters fatigue. Some of his perks could be useful on other killers. The furtive chase could be good on killers who have a small terror radius already. Myers, the Hag. Let's see. I don't know about the I'm all ears. Like, I'm sure it'll detect someone using a quick and quiet if they're across the map. But what's the point if they're across the map? They're outside your terror radius. It'll take you some time to get to them. They won't be in the same spot, possibly. Or the same with barbecue and chili. You see their aura, you start heading that way, and then once their aura disappears from you, they head another way, or they even go somewhere completely different and hide. And the tremors, it just means that they can't complete the generators while you're carrying someone. But it does give you an idea of if anyone's working on generators while you pick someone up, so you know where to go if you don't have barbecue and chili. But again, this guy's power, just absolute garbage. Like, I would be amazed if someone who plays Ghostface actually got it off and got the exposed status and downed someone with it. Like, this is basically good against survivors who are freshly new to the game, who don't know what the fuck's going on. I'm just rambling. I'll stop.